Okay, and how does all this help us to understand why we love drugs?
Since evolution does not have the luxury that an engineer has to wipe the slate clean and begin afresh, as the brain evolves new subsystems to control ever more complex behaviors, the new parts have to take into account the existence of the old ones in order to coexist with them in a beneficial way to the organism. And the frontal lobes are no exception to this. So the frontal lobes will reach back with their GABA firing inhibitory axons and teach the more instinctive parts of the brain
I think
social.
our audience needs a little of translation with all due GABA respect.
So the neurotransmitter GABA is considered to be the neurotransmitter in charge of inhibition in the brain. If you fire into the dendrites of a neuron, you will usually excite the neuron into firing. However, there's an exception to this, which is firing the GABA neurotransmitter. It will do the opposite. It will inhibit the excitement of the neuron. Okay, so the question that you have posed to me is why neurons? Or maybe if we want to be more dramatic about it, we'll ask it in a different way. Neurons, why? And I would venture to postulate that it has to do with cooperation of multicellular organisms. So if we want to look at evolution in a very in a very long timeline, we can see bacteria existing as prokaryotic, single-celled organisms, every cell for itself, in different environments, grabbing ecological niches that are available until they ran out, and then nothing happened for a long time.
What do you mean when you say an ecological niche? What do you mean?
A puddle at a certain temperature, the edge of a piece of rock on a thermal vent, a rock facing north on a mountainside, a rock facing south. These are very different environments. These are very different habitats. The sun splashes at a different time of day. The sources of energy differ. The winds differ. The conditions differ on the same rock. Different faces, different directions. You'll have it's completely different worlds. You don't actually have to go anywhere in order to experience a very